Welcome to Primo Recenter inside a brand new 194 BHS in Coachmen's Apex ultra-lite series. Always one of our more popular family coaches because it does fit so many vehicles, especially SUVs. This one will come in at just over 3770 pounds dry, tip to tail, 22 feet 7 inches, and then the body itself, which is typically what you're booking in your campsite bookings, is 19 feet 4 inches. So it's going to fit those under 20 foot smaller sites in a lot of our Canadian provincial parks, or certainly some of the state parks in the United States and national parks. So it just fits, again, very well for a lot of families. You've got up to 4 separate beds if you're using the dinette, and then that slide out really opens up, again, the space here. So what I love about the front bed here is, especially if you've got young kids, if it happens to be a rainy day, well, it's the primary bed and it is a queen size bed. It also serves as a great little play area where kids can kind of, build some Lego and do other things as well. So it becomes quite versatile, and certainly adults can sit at the dinette again on that rainy day. So it's very, very versatile that way. You can use it many different ways. So we have the Stargazer option in this unit as well. So for somebody who likes to be off-grid once in a while, or again on a darker day, today's fairly cloudy, it just lets in a ton of light. It has a built-in nightshade that pulls across, and it also has a built-in separate bug screen as well. So it's dual pane, helps to keep the heat down when it is quite sunny out. But when you come in, and again, if you're not necessarily looking to be on the grid, or you want to take advantage of maybe some of those waterfront sites that often may not have power, then this certainly comes in handy in those June, July, August hot days, because you've got 2 good windows here with cross ventilation. You're going to add the window here. You've got windows in the middle. You also have a 3-speed fan built in, so you have a lot of ways that aren't air conditioning in this coach to be able to cool things down. So we have the ability here to mount a television as well, so it would mount on here, so it could be visible from the bed here, but also from the dinette behind me. It is all pre-wired. You have a digital antenna on the roof as well. And then you've got lots of storage here above, so you could certainly use some of that for media, but also for clothes, obviously, if you're the one sleeping right here. We've got USB as well as 120 volt next to the bed here, so if somebody does have a CPAP machine, you're certainly fine, and you've got a spot here to put it, as well as some books, maybe a glass of water at night. We do have an emergency exit window here, as well as blackout shades on any of our windows, so including the kids' windows, so you can make sure when you don't want the light in, that it's the case that, again, you're not going to be kept up. So we do have now a standard feature here in the 2024 models of a removable, rechargeable Bluetooth speaker, so that can come outside with you, sit on the picnic table, and that way you can bring the music where it is and not have to have speakers necessarily that are mounted way too high to be able to use them in many of the campsites with neighbors close by. So this way you can even bring it to the beach should you wish. As we come in the door, we do have our easy access switch for our slide out, as well as our awning, and then our exterior light underneath our awning there as well. We've got 120 volt power here for the kitchen, so you can drop in your insert. You do have a massive standard stainless steel sink here with nice high-rise faucet, so it's nice and easy to fill those big pots. Massive window here in the kitchen with the matching window behind me, so again, when you're coming to cool down the coach as you arrive, really going to help to have those 2 big windows open. Something new, which is something that customers have been asking for in our Nano series for quite a while, and that is drawers. So this is the first series of 194s that will have drawers in the kitchen, as well as bulk storage for your pots underneath there. So again, they do listen to certainly the customer feedback, and they've added those little features. You've got great dish storage above. We've got our 3-burner stove here with glassed-in drop top, so we've got the ability to, again, be able to use that as space because it is recessed. Apologies, I said 3, it is 2. And then we have our microwave as well as our furnace just below, our power converter and fuse panel right next to there. It is lithium ready should you want to upgrade to lithium batteries in the future. And then we've got a great 3-foot deep pantry here. And again, one additional spot below there. So lots of room to keep your favorite sauces and beans and soups and everything else for easy access. And then you've got full storage under the dinette, so you could have maybe bedding on one side, but the other side could be extra pots and pans as well as food, or things like your paper towels that you're not always pulling out. That'll drop down into a bed that's about 6 feet long, so anybody who's kind of under 6 feet, certainly adults or kids, can work quite well. My daughter uses the dinette. She's about 5'9", finds it very comfortable, and it's a nice flat, easy bed to make should you need it. And then next to that, we do have a 12-volt fridge, which is now the standard. So it's quite large because it is 8 cubic feet. It goes back quite far, and then you've got a ton of room here on the door. And then you've got a nice size freezer here, so you can certainly keep some cold drinks and beverages to make, maybe lasagna, things like that. Easy prep. And then you've got a built-in carbon monoxide detector just down near the floor here. So again, you always have that safety feature built in, as well as a smoke alarm. We've got 2 bunks here at the back. Both will have windows, so again, nobody has to fight to get a window here. And then underneath that bottom bunk, you have your outside kitchen. Again, lots of room here, individual lights as well as plugs. And then what I love in this unit, and certainly our families do, is you do have a 3-piece bath. So again, not all the coaches of this size will go to 3 pieces, but not only do you have the 3 pieces, but you also have storage. So you have a place here to put towels and face cloths, and again, maybe a first aid kit, those kind of things. Everything sort of has a place, and it is a tub here. So if you have small children, certainly easy to bathe them. You also have an outside shower, so it's easy to kind of wash off the sand and things like that before you come inside. You do have a skylight here to help with anybody who's a bit taller, as well as a vent there to be able to turn on the fan and vent out that humidity when you're creating some. We have a monitor panel here in the bathroom to show how full your tanks are, as well as the ignitions for both your hot water on electricity as well as propane. Great little vanity with storage, as well as a medicine cabinet there and spot for your towels already. And then just outside here, as we look up, I did mention on our outside video that we do have a 3-speed fan here, which is an out fan. So it's a great one to, as you initially get into the campsite, turn that on, open up all these windows. In this case with the Stargazer, open up that as well. So the fan will suck out that hot air as that cool air can come in from the sides and above through the Stargazer window. And it really helps to cool things down here quickly. And again, if you're somebody who doesn't necessarily want to be plugged in using air conditioning all the time, then it's a great way, it's a great alternative. So they really work well together. And then anybody that is looking to be off-grid, as I mentioned in the video for the outside, adding certainly a second battery, but also considering maybe upgrading both to 2 6-volts, which is what I use in my own personal coach, really does help you to get that more like 4 to 7 days if you do want to be off-grid, just depending how much sun you're getting on your campsite, with that standard 200-watt panel on the roof. We'd invite you out to Primo RV Center, come have a much closer look at this brand new 194 BHS in Coachmen's Apex Nano series.